welcome back to another episode of Books and Banter. I'm Coral.
I'm Jamie.
And so Jamie, we recommend a lot of coming soon books on this channel. Half of our episodes are coming soon. But we don't always update you on them. We recommend them, but we haven't had a chance to read them either. So we today are going to talk about a book that we recommended in a coming soon episode, and we did have the chance to read, and we want to talk more about them. Honestly,
give you an update.
So, Jamie, what did you read?
Okay, so this is a book that was talked about in one of our more recent coming soon videos, but I read When the Tides Held the Moon by Vanessa Kelly. So this is the one that was this is her debut novel. It was about a guy named Benny who lives in New York City. It's in the 1910s. He is an orphan. He was living with his aunt, but then she died, and so he's on his own, and he is a blacksmith, and so he makes an ironwork tank for the Coney Island Park, or Luna Park. And so he joins the crew of the Luna Park at the East River and finds out his tank is going to be used.
Oh no, not again.
So now Benny is...
Oh, we lost her. Okay, pause.
Okay, sorry. Okay, I got it together. This tank is going to be used to capture a merman. So Benny helps with that, and he goes to Luna Park, and the owner was so impressed with his help and with the tank that he offers Benny a job on the crew. And so he kind of, he finds a place among this group. So he's an orphan, now he's got his found family, and he also kind of makes friends with the merman. And so Benny, his boss wants to create a sideshow with the merman, and he asks Benny to build an aquatic circulation system for the tank. So Benny then finds out that the merman can talk, and the merman won't tell him his real name. But so Benny calls him Rio, which means river. And so they kind of slowly form this friendship. I mean, at first Rio, of course, is he's angry. He won't eat. He's just, because they've taken him. They killed his mother. They've taken him. But Benny kind of slowly gets to know him and kind of is able to reach Rio. So they develop this friendship, and then it develops into something more. And then Benny is kind of, Rio wants to escape, and he wants Benny to help him. And Benny's a little bit torn because he's he wants to do right by Benny, by Rio, but he also, that would hurt the crew, the show,
Yeah.
So find out what happens. Anyway, I loved this book. The writing is great. I loved the character development. I loved the development of Benny and Rio's friendship, because it's not like an insta thing, they have to build up to that. Benny has to earn his trust, The side characters are fun. I enjoyed them. I love Benny's interactions with them. The illustrations are beautiful. They're so good. So I can't recommend this one enough. I really, really enjoyed it. And if you like, I think I said this in the coming soon video too, but if you like The Shape of Water, the movie, then you'll probably like this one. So, but it is available in print, ebook, and e-audio on Libby, and ebook on Hoopla.
So lots of options for that one.
So.
Yeah. I went back to when we did our Wacky Reads video. That was a little old. And I did read Puck and Prejudice. I did do it. I could not help myself.
Right,
Hockey, time travel, Regency era, Jane Austen. I'm having my Jane Austen year. I'm reading a bunch of Jane Austen.
Jane Austen era.
Truly. Yeah. So I had to. So Puck and Prejudice by Leah Riley follows Tucker. He was a professional hockey player, but he's currently taking a break because he is recovering from cancer. And so he is in the UK visiting his sister, who is a professor there, when I'm not going to spoil how he ends up in the lake, but he ends up in a lake, and when he emerges from the lake, it is Regency era.
Okay.
So there he meets Lizzie, and Lizzie is a resident of the Regency era, who happens to be good friends with actual Jane Austen.
Wow.
So I was kind of shocked Jane Austen appeared on page, but there she was. She had just published Sensibility and was working on Pride and Prejudice at the time. So it was a fun, it's goofy. It's over the top. It's time travel. They, Lizzie wants the freedom of, that a lot of women didn't have in this time period, and she sees her friend who is a widow who has a lot of freedom, so she doesn't necessarily want to marry someone just for them to die, but she also wouldn't mind it happening either. So when her and Tucker meet, Tucker's like, well, I need to get back, and she's like, well, maybe we can figure it out, but she's like, also, will you marry me, so then when you go back in the river or the lake and disappear forever, that I can be a widow? And he's like,
works out
sure.
Yeah.
So it's very wacky, over the top, but there's a lot of those classic tropes in it that make it a lot of fun. And it's just a fun, goofy romance novel, something different. And the author is actually, she's doing a new book coming out pretty soon. It's called The Emma Project. But instead of it, I do believe it's also a hockey romance, but instead of time travel, it deals with like AI and like machines, so it's a little different. It's different, but another retelling.
I was going to say, is it a retelling of Emma by Jane Austen?
Yeah, like very, very loosely, because this is not particularly a retelling of Pride and Prejudice, so it's kind of like association, loosely inspired, but still a fun time. That one's coming out in December, but if you'd like to read Puck and Prejudice, it is available in print and as an ebook and an e-audiobook on both Libby and Hoopla. So lots of options if you want to jump into this goofy story.
Nice. And it might be a nice lighthearted read for summer.
Oh, it was very quick. I read it in like one day.
Wow. Okay. All right. Well, thank you for joining us today, or for watching. As always, be sure and check, any books that you are interested in, for their content, and hopefully one of these will sound interesting to you. But if not, come check us out, find us at the library, ask your local librarian for recommendations, and we'd be, happy to help you. If there's any kind of genre or books you want us to cover, let us know in the comments. And happy reading. Thanks for joining us.
Bye. Wait, so his name wasn't actually Rio? I'm kind of sad about that.
No, it's not.
My Rio joke, though.
I know.
His name is Rio.
And so, please, we got to keep that in.